laboring under careful knowledge. Yes. See someone say, oh, this person is very lucky. Oh, luck has come your way. It doesn't just come like that. You have to work towards it. Today, here I am with all these things right in front of me. I worked for it. I labored. It didn't just come. Today, I have shoes that I can choose from. Oh, today, let me wear this. Oh, in the afternoon, let me wear this. Tomorrow, this is what I want to wear. On Saturday, this is what I want to wear. But once upon a time, I used to walk barefooted. I'm going to start from the top and get down. Today, I can wine and dine with the president. Once upon a time, I never dreamt that it could happen. Today, I'm the Executive Director of NVTI, all over the place. Once upon a time, that was not what I was dreaming about. I'm a self-made person. I always say that I'm a self-made person. When I see someone and I say, oh, hello, how are you? Where are you now? You know what? I couldn't go to school plenty. Then I say, why? My parents died. Oh, they didn't look after me. I say, you're a lazy person. That is what I say first. Your parents died. You had no one to take care of you. And you couldn't do anything to educate yourself. I am a living example. You know, I was not born into a poor family. It was the middle level. My father was the work superintendent at the University of Ghana. I attended university primary school. But I lived like a laborer's child because of the circumstances. I never had anybody to guide me. Excuse me, there are many here, but let me say it. When I first menstruated, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk to. I just woke up and I saw blood. I said, hey, I took my cloth and pushed under my panty, and the panty was falling. I didn't know there was anything called pad. Because my mother was not around. I lived with my father and other people. No one cared for us. The firstborn of 16 children. The firstborn. After university primary, you don't have to go to secondary school. Go and learn a trade. Go and learn dressmaking. At the age of 11, I finished university primary to go to Ula. But the ruler of the house told my father, Mausi has to go and learn dressmaking. So I was sent to Pram Women Vocational. They were women, my mothers, and I was 11 and a half at that time. After 2 weeks, I ran away, came home. I told my father, please, no, I want to go to secondary school. I landed in a village called Ajokwe, a village with another half-sister of mine, 3 years old at that time. We were there for 2 years. That story is long. All I have to say is that there's a full stop there where I had to be cutting firewood to sell, to make money to buy our food. 2 years. Each year, I wrote common entrance. Passed. But no way, I was never sent. After 2 years, we came back to Accra. The woman we were staying with helped us to come back to Accra. Unfortunately, she was buried last Saturday. I came back. The one who was the controller of the house told my father, she's come here, no way. Then I had to go and register at Saito School, Anumble LA Middle School. By then, I was now 14, getting to 15. I wrote for the 4th time, common entrance. The results came, my papers came. My father said, I said, you must be a seamstress. I went to Abri Girls. I told my friend's father that, please, this time I chose Abri Girls. You see me in my, this people so high, him. The year 1975, as a secondary school, was suicide. So Ellen's father, I told him all my troubles. He took me to the headmistress. I complained to the headmistress. I actually reported my father to the headmistress. Dr. Joyce Esibe, may her soul rest in perfect peace. She got me to be in the school. That was when I met my mother, because she had left the marriage many years back. Because I was hardworking, I was one of the oldest in the class. My classmates were now in Form 4, and I was in Form 1. I was grown. I had gone through things. I had cut firewood. I had seen snakes in the bush and things. So the database said, I said, look, you don't know anything. I have seen snakes and lions. So my classmates, I was one of the oldest among them. Then I saw one of my classmates, and I said, oh, hello, Martha. He said, call me Sister Martha. I said, oh, my father, look at what he has done to me. Well, I finished Abri, but I was dreaming big. I said, I must grow into a tree, that big tree, for birds to come and make their nest in, hatch, people to run under for shelter. So I had to labor under careful knowledge. I was selling, I was doing so many things, many things to take care of myself. Fortunately, I got a scholarship, but I needed to buy things for school, I needed to be independent, and then help my other siblings. Because like I said, we were many, from many different women, the firstborn. I was in school, I was looking after my siblings, helping some of them. So holidays, I could serve from Achimota, and we were living in a bungalow, but I was living like someone who lived in Ojokotes, where the laborers were living. I made money. I helped to look after some of my siblings. Went to sixth form, Maoli School, did my national service, 2 years national service, then came to University of Ghana. Whilst in the university, I was doing many things. I could meet my father on the streets, Legonia. When he's spending, I'll tell my, oh, Gladys, that's my father going. He said, are you sure? I said, yes, that's my father. So one day, he was passing with the car, then I stopped him. Then I said, hey, Mr. Nudeko, how are you? Gladys was like, oh. And I said, this is my father. Then my father said, yes, that's my daughter. My father and I were not talking. Never. I was not talking to my father at that time, because I felt that what he had taken me through was not good, but it was good. There's a but. It was good. Whilst in the university, I was doing a lot of selling because I had to take care of myself. So Fridays, that time there was a shop, Starlight. The Syrians used to sell shoes. I go and buy shoes, very cheap prices. Then I go to First Line, go and do first selection, come and wash with Imperial leather soap to give it 9 cents. Iron it well, put it in rubber. I was in Volta Hall. So that's why I used to sell to my colleagues. I buy it, if it's 2 cedis, I'll make sure I sell it around 10 cedis. We were enjoying something called payee. So every 2 weeks, they gave us some kind of allowance. So when is the day for payee, this thing, I will make sure that lectures, I don't go. I have to sit at the gate. So when you collect your money, I make my hand like this. Please, pay me. That was the way I took care of myself in the university. looked after myself for 3 years, finished and married. It was marriage that brought me closer to my father, because my husband's people said, we don't marry from your mother's side, we marry from father's side. So the list that my mother's side gave was tall. When I went to my father, I just slashed it down, gave small list. Yes, because he didn't look after me. So he felt so bad. That was how the story began, of myself and my father becoming friends. Today, we are the best of friends. He is so proud of me when he sees me on television, and because of that, when I got married, I said I'll not throw my father's name away. I call Mausi Nudeko Awiti. So he sees me on television, says, oh, Mausi, and I'll look at him with some scowls. But you see, all my siblings, they were not that strong. You went and finished, say, you go and learn carpentry. You go and learn masonry. You go and learn electrical, because he was a contractor. So all his children, he made them learn trades that he was making use of them. And my stepmother's children, they went to secondary school. But life is something else. Today, all those my siblings, they also learn carpentry and all those things, because they saw how determined I was. I told them that, look, you learned carpentry, but try and be an exceptional carpenter. Run your own business. And today, all of them have become contractors. Now, life is such that you would have to make it and be an exceptional person. It's about exceptionalism. How different are you going to be? If you're a carpenter, how different, what kind of carpenter are you? How do you apply the soft skills? Most of the time, we just look at the hard skills. Yes, I'm a secretary. I know how to type. That's it. That's all. How friendly am I? How respectful am I? How do I relate to people? These are the soft skills that makes you more employable. Because for me, when I'm employing you, I'm not looking at only your hard skills. The soft skills first. When you employ a young person, she's there, she's Facebooking, she's WhatsApping, she hasn't got time. No, life is not like that. How are you going to be so different that you can be recommended? If you're a personal assistant or a personal secretary, are you proactive? Or you always want to be led? Or you always want to be told to do something before you do? That should not be it. If your role is just to clean or take this thing from here, if you see something else that needs not to be there, take it away from there. That makes you exceptional. If you get to the office and the office is dirty, don't just say, the cleaner must come and clean. You can equally clean. Somebody somewhere is watching. You never know. It's about exceptionalism. It's about standing out. Whatever others are doing, how different will you do yours? How do you touch the lives of people? That is how come I got into NGO work, social work. What is it that I know that I want to share with others? Because the more you give, the more you get. What knowledge and skills do you have that you can share with other people, most especially people who would never have the privilege of enjoying it? If we all together, as women, would work hard and be exceptional, I believe that we can make the world a much better place than it is now. Young as you are, like I said, I never had the opportunity of getting people to sit to inspire me, to talk about their success stories for me to learn from. During our time, it wasn't, was it there? No, it wasn't there. We had to make it ourselves. This time, you even get it free. How are you grabbing that to make good use of it? How are you going to be exceptional in your community? What will you be remembered for? What is your legacy going to be? That is what we should be looking at. I end my story.